All right, y'all. So I got the nastiest break even. It's not even nasty like in terms of like a brutal break even. It's just a completely disgusting trade that I don't know, dude. I don't know what I was thinking. Looking back on it, hold up. I gotta put this my MacBook on the charger. Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like completely horrible. I get the idea and everything behind it, but yeah, I don't know. I was tripping. I only took it on evals, but yeah, I got break even. Yeah, this was really just disgusting, man. I already knew today was gonna be chopped. Right before market open, doing my analysis, it was pretty obvious. So I'm gonna go over that and as well as why that price actually maybe not too attracted to what it was. Wait, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I forgot. I was gonna say something. Whatever. Anyways, daily, you can see we're clearly bouncing out of this daily gap that we just, I think we smacked EQ of it, yeah. And then we have these highs up here. Over here on the 4 hour, you can see them a little bit more clearer. And trading view's already fucking up again, bro. Which is great. Can't scroll, can't stretch my fucking screen. I'm not even gonna tweak about it, bro. I'm not even gonna tweak about it anymore. There's no point. You win, trading view, you fucking win. I give up. But yep, we got these stacked highs over here to the left. We failed to take out from last week, so it's really what the DOL is looking like. The 4 hour bounced out of here, so I'm not looking for any, manipulation all the way down here. Of course, unless we hit this rejection block, because we have some sell side lined up with that. Look, if we go to the hourly, broke past this little tiny hourly over here. Now, this was pretty much my condition for the day. We had this hourly, this huge hourly that we were inside of. We swept this low inside of the hourly, so I'm looking for maybe some market open Judas swing lower, taking out the recent low, and then looking from a long from here. That's ideally what I would. Excuse me. I gotta reposition myself because I'm sitting in a very gay position. I don't know why I'm sitting like this. But yeah, that's really my ideal scenario. If we break past this hourly gap to the downside, I can look to target the sell side, which is in line with that 4 hour rejection block right there, right? And if we do break that, we can then look to aim for this low here. But for the most part, I'm looking for longs. We have an unfilled gap up here, unfilled gap up there. Now scaling down to the 15 second. What the fuck? 15 minutes. Sorry, I don't know why I said second. We have London high up here. Pretty much formed equal highs, like a tick or two off from exact equal highs, but we're still gonna consider them equal highs. We took it out Asia already. Now did we take this out? I don't know. Let me check. Okay, we already took that out, but just by a couple of ticks. But I would like to ideally, just want to resweep that, and then just give that obvious Judas swing off open. But I wasn't really, I don't know. I mean, I like the draws up here, but on the hourly chart, it just doesn't look too attractive. It's just a bunch of like series of down close candles. On the 15 second, however, we do have. I said 15 second again. What is wrong with me, dude? This is what I get for doing these fucking recaps like 12 hours after I actually taken a trade. But anyways, we got a good set of lower resistance up here leading up to the London high / equal highs. So that's what the main DOL is going to be. And yeah, pretty much stated everything I wanted to see off open. This looks pretty light bulb if we get it, but so off open, we put in a wick lower, run up higher, taking out the 15-minute and unfilled 5-minute. So that's that. We just mark price out, see how we play. Now, I don't like a short here at all. All right, there's really no generated liquidity. It's a protected low here. And also this high looks pretty high resistant. So it's like going to be hard to long. Like, I don't know. I wasn't really liking anything here. Wanted to wait, be patient. And I could already tell I'm going to be waiting for 10 a.m. for a trade. But then we got this death candle here. Very good V-shape. And unfortunately, we did not get this IFEG, which I was contemplating on taking just because this high looked pretty high resistant. But it is a market open Judas swing, and the DOL was higher. So I would have loved to take this, but we never ended up getting it. Let me see if any 30-second plays happen. Yeah, so we have this 30-second gap up here that also failed to get inverse, same as this 1 minute, but pretty much all we did here was just resweep this low right inside of this fair value gap, completely filling this 15-minute over here to the left. Excuse me, I had a burp. Yeah, really nothing. We didn't really manipulate into anything new over here. We just completely filled the gaps, resweeping this low here, and just gave a classic Judas swing, right? Nothing too much to discuss there. Now we failed to get that, and then we started coming lower, and then bam, resweep, put in a rejection block right there. This looks very, very nice. Now, if we got this fast enough, unfortunately we didn't. So quite a bit later, we got the change in state right there on the 1 minute, but we just are not showing too much fucking bullish pressure, man. It's just we get this shit way later, like around right here. So do I like this long? I mean, it's all right. You can definitely put stops maybe below this little order block there. This is not, wait, what time is this? This is, yeah, this is not an unfilled hourly yet. This is just an intermediate high. Intermediate, like I said, that kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like this. This was pretty much a 50-50 play, and then this was pretty high resistant, this high up here, so I just stayed out of it. Luckily I did. I would get stopped there. Waited for some better structure to form. I wanted to see maybe us generate some LR here, and then possibly resweep, hit the rejection block, something, right? Here's that 5-minute rejection block. So we can see if we get a play off that. I don't think we didn't. We inversed this 1 minute over here to the left. I think I didn't even notice we did. I just saw someone on TikTok take this shit. Or call this out, whatever, but yeah, I did not like this at all. It's way too tiny. We're not delivering out of anything. There's no gaps over here to the left. There's no gaps over here. Besides that tiny ass, like, 2-point gap right there. Like, what the fuck is even this, bro? It's not even a full point. What is this? What are we doing? Now, here, I really like what structure was doing here. All right, you started forming LR. Okay, at this point in time, it's 10 a.m. has opened, so we have this unfilled hourly above, plus the LR. So it's looking pretty good. I wasn't really expecting a manipulation down here. I figured we'd just blast through this, so you could have really just taken any kind of entry, a discretional entry, at least on your eval or whatever, like maybe this rocket candle there. Or just wait for a pullback, and yeah, dude, it's like I know these plays will work, but I'm just not willing to take them. Obviously, it's not really my model, but I just need to start getting accounts and just taking plays like these, because I see this shit work out so many times. But yeah, just waiting for a 5 and 15 minutes to open up and take a continuation. Waiting for an actual protected stop loss, because these are like 50-50 plays. Like, we can easily just, bounce back. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just discretion. You can tell when they're going to work, when they're not, but since it's just lower probability. So we open up this 5 minute. Of course, there's nothing to take there. Yeah, no gaps over here to the left. I wouldn't like this either way. Pretty high resistant high, and then as well as, like, I mean, we formed low resistance here on the 15 and 30 second, but I don't know. I'm just not really loving it too much. And now the play that I took kind of took a while to get me at this point. I don't know why I'm reviewing this shit so slow. Was this play right here? Why I did not like it? Well, I mean, obviously it's technically a setup, right? It's a pretty shit setup, but for one, rejecting out of 2 hourly imbalances here and here. 2, well, I guess let me go over the good things first, since there's not that many. We have this 5 minute range from this high down to this low. Tap into EQ of it, completely filling the 5 minute. We hit this little mitigation area, the breaker. We didn't really hit the block, but we hit that breaker wick. So swept this low inside of this fair value gap. It held. We had a 2 minute, and I was really hoping for a 2 minute close, but we took like 4 candles to close it. We have 3 candles to close through this 2 minute, which I did not like. The 30 second did look a lot cleaner. I really wanted to take something like this, but again, we kind of started slowing down there. This would have been beautiful if we just if we put in a nicer, I mean, it still inversed it, but it was just that we had that 2 minute. This would have been a really, really nice entry. Stops below this little breaker on the 30 second. And yeah, this would have been nice, but I don't know. I didn't really trust it too much, just because, like I said, we're in the hourlies. We have a pretty high resistant high up there, so I wanted to see the 2 minute close. And yeah, it took quite a while. And the next gap we had was this 30 second up here. It was a BPR right up there, so I wanted to see that break. for me to fully be convinced and sold on long. So we start chopping up, staircasing to the upside, booting LR to the downside. Didn't really like that too much. And at the same time, we inverse this 2-minute, we inverse this 30-second as well. I don't like the closure too much. We have a pretty fat wick, and this shit just looks like we're generating more LR there, so I do not like that. We also tapped true day open level. Dude, the more I'm looking back at this, the more shitty fucking confluences I'm seeing here. Like, this is very dog shit. This is such a pattern trade, bro. This is just trading IFEGs for the sake of an IFEG. Like, what was I don't know what I was thinking, bro. Straight tripping. High resistant high. Fucking terrible candle closures. LR to the downside, like entry all the way in premium. Well, anyways, I put my stop below this breaker. I wanted to give room for this LR in case it wanted to get taken out. And the reason why, the one and only reason why I took this trade was because we had a little mini set of LR right here on the 15-second. So I figured I was gonna go break even right there, and then hopefully, you know, if this gets hit, we should hit this other set of highs right there. So that my break even was pretty close. It was almost a guarantee to get hit, but it got faked out here. I thought this was gonna get stopped out, and I was just like, fuck. I immediately, once I took this, I can already feel how shit the trade was. Like, I genuinely do not understand why I took this trade. I mean, I had conviction in longs. Like, longs are really nice on the higher time frame, but given the price action that we have right now, it's just not too probable, right? It's not too probable. We're bouncing out of the hourlies. Like, there's just so many confluences telling me, you know, to stay out of this trade. But got lucky enough to get break even here. I actually did not go break even. So right here, mechanically, I was supposed to go break even, but since I took this on eval, I ended up trailing stops here. And then that's once we hit this high up here. And then once we had another close, once we had this candle closure almost taking out that high right there, I then moved stops here. And bam. Went lower. Not there. Right here. Bam. As soon as, you know, once it came down and I saw the wick we put up, once we had it like that close above here, I just cut my losses. I'm like, you know what? Yes, I trailed stop loss here, but seeing that type of candle, like, we should not do this if we really are bullish, right? So I just decided to cut my losses, took like a $50 loss on the evals. It's just a simple break even, a manual break even, I should say. So glad I didn't stick that. I would have just took an unnecessary loss. I mean, it's pretty obvious this shit was gonna lose once you saw that, but yeah, the trade was just so bad, dude. I haven't taken a trade that bad in I don't know how long. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. Going back on the 1 minute before I end this video. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm so tired. I mean, yeah, bias being bullish wasn't horrible. I really like the idea of being long towards this LR up here. We have some equal highs over there. We have London, equal highs up here, bouncing out of an hourly gap. You know, everything aligns pretty well. I would have loved some type of long run. We got a 15-second long right there. I forgot to mention that. We got a 15-second IFEG there. Would have gotten break even for me personally. I didn't really like it too much. I'd rather see this gap up here break. And then we didn't really get much of an invalid entry. You kind of took too long to inverse this. Even if you did, you most likely would have gotten stopped. We got a pullback, started generating, and we pumped up, breaking above this little zone. And then, yeah, it's just we hit these hourlies already. And then once we got reactions out of the hourlies, you know, we got a long setup out of the 5-minute EQ getting hit. We had a lot of good confluences for a reversal here, but I just don't really like the price action. You know, we're really slow to inverse the gaps, building LR to the downside. Not great targets over here on the lower time frame. The only good thing about this is the higher time frame targets and the reversal point. That's literally it. But everything else is dog shit. Really should have faded this 100%. I got lucky enough not to take a loss. So really shit trade. Really disappointed with the performance I had today. This was actually ridiculous, bro. I knew it should have been a no trade day. I knew from the start, and I still forced this shit setup. But it's on eval, so I'm not, you know, tripping too much about it. But yeah, that's just, I don't know, should not be performing like that. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I'm exhausted, so oh hey, it's before 12. Usually I'm pretty late to these, and I do them like at 12, like past 12, where I finish the videos past 12. So we're actually on time, but anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this recap. Hopefully tomorrow we get something good. By the way, we got this beautiful ass long on Asia. I genuinely need to start trading Asia session, bro. Dude, I'm gonna go over this real quick. So we took the sell side out, which we were gonna be looking for if we inverse this gap over here to the left from AM session. We bounced. I mean, yes, it's pretty hindsight, but looking back on it, it's still such a fucking good trade. Bouncing, we completely filled this, daily fair value gap. We rejected off of this 4-hour rejection wick, and let's see, most likely hit like discount in this range or something like that. Never fucking mind, we did not. Unless you mark, this depends which range you're marking, but yeah, after that, you can see we have an unfilled hourly above, which is right there. It's a little pretty tiny. It's just a 15-minute intermediate high. Where is that? Up here. Wait, did I mark the wrong one? I might be tripping. What was I thinking about earlier? I don't know. Well, anyways, I mean, it's just a pretty textbook long, right? We get a IFEG right there on the 1 minute. I mean, this entry looks a little bit more safer if I bring this back, because at the end of the day, this is all hindsight, right? This is all hindsight. I didn't see this in live. I just looked back at Asia just to see. I know New York was pretty shit this morning, so I wanted to see what Asia gave, and I mean, looks pretty good. So yeah, we have this unfilled hourly up here. Unfilled hourly, intermediate high up there. This looks really, really, really good. Bam, beautiful closure. We just end up full smacking TP, and dude, this just looked beautiful. If we go on the 5 minute, pretty mid entry. Let's see if we got any continuations. Obviously, this is again hindsight. We've seen how this played out. I don't like any entries here. I think there was another entry I saw, but I didn't take. And it's just super, super fucking light bulb. It's right here. All right, we get a huge Drake candle to the upside. What the fuck? Where is it? All right, there we go. Beautiful Drake candle to the upside. Stops really could be just below this little order block right there, and targets literally anything, bro. Asia is all about continuation trading, bro. That's all it is. Dude, this, why the fuck did this move so beautifully, bro? Even this shit right here. Let's see if this BPR breaks. This is probably another long right here. I don't know how the rest of this played out, not gonna lie. Alright, yeah, it's over for that setup right there. There's nothing happening there. And we broke above it here. Let's see if it plays out. I'm not gonna bother putting up the P&L tool. Of course, ends up playing out. Probably gets stopped break even, but dude, Asia looks fucking amazing. This honestly looks like a nice short here too. Oh my gosh. IFEG order block being formed. Death candle. Targeting 1-to-1. Now I'm getting a call. Dude, this looks fucking beautiful. Okay, ends up getting stopped break even. But yep, anyways, that's my cue to get off this fucking thing and go to bed. So I'm gonna get off. Stop looking at hindsight, trades and shit, and yeah, I'm off. Wait. I'm fucking tweaking, never mind. Alright, anyways, that's gonna be it, and I'm out. Peace.